Hey, what's up? It's Kathy. I'm super poppy today, apparently, and I am back with a process video. This one is for the Scrap and Chat for August 5th, 4th. Nah. Uh, that when I post this, it would be going on. So you can pop over to the Paper Issues Friends and Facebook page. Now, depending on time zones, it would be at different times. Some people will start at midnight. I think technically for me it starts at like 9 p.m. whereas it's starting for 6 p.m. For some of the girls in the States and stuff like that. But if you're a member of the Facebook page, I believe the time zones were posted, or a time zone converter, so you can find out everything about it. If you're not a member, go be a member, and then you can join us. And it's just like a little kind of mini crop type thing. There's challenges and stuff like that. Anyway, this was the challenge that we had, and I do apologize right from the get-go. The crows outside my window are just going crazy. I don't know if it might have something to do with my cat being outside. They fight over the squirrels and the mice. So anyway, so the challenge was a whole bunch of different items to use, and if I remember correctly, I got them all. Floral paper. Now technically you don't see a complete floral paper here. I kind of thought for myself that the one that had the florals but also had the toucans and stuff like that would be good enough florals. Polka dot paper was another one that's on there. And also that die cut, that piece, that big floral piece, I actually cut out from the cut apart sheet. And this is from Fancy Pants. I think it's called like Summertime Fun or Summer Fun or, oh no, wait, it's Echo Park. That's sad. I apologize. Anyway, so that collection's available right now. It may be sold out, but you could always get more. Anyway, it's really cute. I do love the colors. It's kind of different for me to pick these kind of colors. I do not scrapbook with a lot of that bright pink. But I decided to get a bit of it. I got like the 6x6 paper pad and different things like that. So anyway, I do end up using all the things that are on the list. Yay. And I do kind of do it in a bit of a clever way. One of them was a sun, and you can see there's a sun over there, like a piece of chipboard. That XO, interesting story, is plastic. And what it was I bought a Heidi Swap light box. Not the big, tall one. I found the long one that's just like one line strip for clearance at Walmart, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to pick that up. And so, of course, it came with this thing inside that said light box, and it was just a big strip of you know, the alphas that you would just take out and put your own thing in. Of course, it had an XO, so I cut it out before I tossed the rest of it, and I decided to use that in this layout. So I'm recycling packaging, essentially, and I'm going to bring in some of the Crepe Paper Cute Girl collection into this because the pinks match and the blues and the yellows and all that match. That Sweet Summertime Memories was also a cut apart. It was part of like 4x4 squares on a sheet of pattern paper, and I cut out the flower from that and the Sweet Summertime Memories. I thought it was really cute. And I'm going to go through so many different versions of laying this layout out, and there's so many different ways I could have done it. I could have done it this way. I really like it this way. The next way I lay it out, I could have done it that way. I really like that way. So I do cut out some of me fiddling around. And it was one of those times where I probably should have taken a picture of what I was doing so that I could go back to it and remember. But no, I don't. I'm trying to make like a line of stuff. I'm trying to kind of be like Lisa from the Paper Issues team. She has this really great thing where she has like little embellishment clusters all over her page. And they're not all connected, and yet they all work. And I fail miserably at that because everything I did connected. It touched another piece. It wasn't just floating out on its own. So I do fail at that. I'll try again. um, I was putting out these little hearts, and then I remembered that one of the things I had to put on were stars. So I go back and get some stars from the sticker sheet. I did get my sun in there. A camera was one of the other things. Wood veneer was one of them, and a frame. So I end up just finding a wood veneer frame. And that takes care of those two in kill two birds with one stone type thing. Random bit of info, I guess. This is a picture of my husband on our ride on, and my daughter loves to hop on there with him and drive around. And for anyone who's like really looking at the picture, you will notice that my ride on doesn't have a hood. And that is because it wasn't last year, and I don't even know if it was the year before, but I think the first year that we were living here, the ride-on came with our rental. Like, we rent a house, and we got a barn and a ride-on as part of it because it's quite a big yard. So you definitely need a ride-on to mow the lawn. We used to have a ditch, and he flipped the ride-on in the ditch, going through it, and oh my god, it was so scary because it like the whole ride-on flipped right over on him. Anyway, so it broke the hood, like the hood cover for the engine and everything. And anyway, so yeah, we obviously, because it doesn't belong to us, and you know, I doubt I doubt we could get a new one because it just happened to come with it. Yeah, we're riding on he's using one without a hood. So that's why there's no hood. The story of the lack of hood. Anyway, the city filled in the ditch because they changed the water system and stuff like that. So we don't have that ditch anymore. So we don't have to worry about it, which is nice. I originally thought about putting out these like cute little people as my wood veneers. And then I do decide not to do that. And that's because I was just kind of like, oh, there's so much going on already. Do I really want like even more little figures and everything like that? Which is really silly of me to think because I do put more figures in. But there we go. So there's this wood veneer, and that's from like the first Paige Evans collection. I don't remember what it was called. Fancy Free. And I wasn't able to get a whole lot of that collection, but I did get the wood veneers, which I didn't use. Not that I didn't like them. I mean, they were nice. I just have never had a reason to use them. So I snipped it off because I didn't need the sparkly part because it wasn't going under there. But it did help bring in some more of that blue color, which was nice. I don't know if I'm going to keep that sparkly part or not. And then I was like, oh no, one of the things was a camera. I had to bring in a camera. So I took in the cute little green camera from the Saturday collection, which was last year's Dear Lizzie summer collection. Wasn't it? Yes. One of her summer collections, because I think there were two. Anyway, more of a travel collection, but I thought the little camera worked well sitting there in the sun, and it brought in that other element that I needed for my challenge. So yay. So now here's the trick of what am I going to do for the title, because I really could not decide. I looked through all of my all those like foam phrases and words and stuff, because I thought for sure I had one that said little moments. And then I remembered I'm pretty certain I used it on something else, and I'm pretty certain I had two of them and I used both of them. I wanted to write big girl little moments. So that didn't really end up working the way I wanted it to. So I'm off to try and find something that says anything that would work with a title I want to use. I don't really end up finding anything that's perfect. And I do go grab these older Maggie Holmes, they're called doll thickers, and they're like that kind of puffy, stickery, plastic type ones, and they're the green ones. And so I do end up grabbing those and writing something, but yeah, you can see I'm like really struggling to find anything that goes with what I need. But so there's the green ones, and I wrote this whole sentence out all with the green ones, and I had it all glued down, or not glued down, but like on the paper, and then I was just like, I really don't like this. It just looked so like thrown on at the end. Not that this doesn't, it did fit a little bit better, and it does help bring in that third embellishment cluster. Since I've got the top left one, the bottom right one, now this one. So I wrote Little Adventure, because I had the word adventure, so that was great. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go with that. Now, because I brought in that white foam, I feel like just to go with how I think of stuff and how a lot of us do is I've got to get it in other places. I can't just have that one piece of foam. It doesn't make sense. So that's why I stuck some of it up with the other clusters, was just so that it would be in different places. I do like how that piece says every summer has a story, but I don't use that cute. And then I found this little piece that says little girl, so I was like, oh, perfect. Okay, so now I'm back to my title, Little Girl, Little Adventure. That's cute. I mean, it doesn't say big girl, but it does say little girl, and then I wanted another little girl brought in, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should get all the little girls chilling together and and stuff. And no, I just go with one in the end. It was too many little girls. Just they need to get off the page. They can come back some other time. They can chill with their friends on the sticker page for now. So I'm gonna bring in some like flower stickers just to get some of the other colors in this embellishment cluster, that type of thing. But and yeah, some of the hearts and everything like that. But that's it. I'm gonna toss on some. I say bye, but then I come back because I'm gonna put out some of the Heidi Swap Color Shine in butter. I decided to use the yellow. I just thought it would be a nice accent. I could have picked from the pink or the turquoise or the green or even the black. Like I could go with anything there, or even gold. But I decided to go with the yellow. I thought it brought out the little pops of yellow that were in this page. And I am going kind of slow for this, and that's just because if I sped it up, you wouldn't see anything. So anyway, pictures are coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, everything that you do. See you in the next video. Bye.